Hey everybody, Karen from Master Spirit Guides. How you doing today? So we have lots to talk about as normal. So I'm gonna do like 15 minutes of chatting about what's going on. And then we've got three messages from the pendulum today and three oracle cards. And I can't believe once again our lead team collective has chosen the magic of unicorns. This one has been popping up. And in fact, the lead team collective changed the book that we were going to use. I mentioned this the other day. Changed the book that they wanted us to read in the Spirit Circle. I've never actually consulted them on which book we should do. We were going on community input plus just whatever I was really kind of interested in facilitating. And this month though, they want us to read The Wonders of Unicorns. So we're reading it. So I am going to put a post out for those in the Spirit Circle right now. In case you haven't seen one of the videos, I'll put a post out today. So we're going to start this next Tuesday on the 19th. So everybody grab your copy and we'll start reading it chapter by chapter. Okay, we go pretty slow. So if people are, I'm a very slow reader. So anyway, so yeah. So if you want to join us in the Spirit Circle, yeah, join us in there for a conversation about it. It'll be interesting. Obviously, again, this is a deck they chose again today, and this has to do with the political message. This is the deck they chose for me to cover with that. So we kind of have two different political messages today. Okay, so just a little chit chat first. Just a reminder that today is Double Your Money, Double Your Luck Day. In fact, I'm going to remind my husband to stop and get a lottery ticket just for fun. Why not? We hardly buy them ever, but we'll just buy one today. So yeah, so according to the astrology, don't ask me the specifics, but what I understand, what I do remember, because I'm a big picture person, is that today, August 12th, is what would be considered double your money, double your luck. That's one astrologer put it that way that I listened to. And it is the way the planets are aligning. And I think, don't quote me if I'm wrong, put this in the, if you know for sure, like Faye, hi Faye, put it in a comment, or anybody, if you know for sure, but I think it's Venus and Pluto. It has something to do with Venus and Pluto. This is how much, I did actually take notes on it. I just have to find where my notes are on that. Where did I put it? I'm thumbing through my bullet journal here. I'm pretty sure, anyways. Oh, here. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure it's Venus and Jupiter unite in Cancer. So July, this is what I wrote down. Sometimes it's a little confusing to me and I try to get the right details, but that doesn't mean, this is not my forte. But so I wrote down July 31st through August 25th. It happens it's an every 12-year cycle that's happening this year. And so today, on August 12th, we'll have the best luck getting it through on August 12th. So whatever it is that you want to get through, even this astrologer who was talking about this, she said that she might even start a new YouTube channel today, because it's your best time of getting it through. Okay. Setting your intention. So whatever your intentions are, if you don't have an intention of doing a YouTube channel, which is really interesting now that I'm just thinking about that, because some of you might know that I started a new YouTube channel, and I literally just before this recorded my first video. I didn't even plan it that way. I forgot actually until I was talking to you just now about the double your money, double your luck. So I don't know. I'm doing it because I want to share my health journey with the way that I'm currently eating. It's called Karen Goes Carnivore. We are going to obviously be talking about the carnivore way of eating, but I'm really more interested in sharing the healing process of what my experience is with this particular way of eating. It's not to convince people to eat this way. I just want to have a platform to share my healing process. So I just recorded a video on why I decided to try this. And I've literally been doing it for about 30 days. I've been doing it 2 months. Like I went keto first just to slowly move into it. You don't want to jump into something like this. Slowly move into it. And then I decided, because I didn't even, when I started doing keto, I didn't even realize carnivore was like a thing. But then when you get into keto, you start listening to other people. And I started listening to some doctors on YouTube who are carnivore themselves. And I thought, oh, I'm going to give this a try because I have freaking, as everybody probably does, have you ever listed out your health issues? Ever? Well, mine are up to 19. I have 19 health issues so far. Have you ever listed them out? I've never done it. And when you do, like, and I keep adding because I'm like, oh yeah, I have that issue. Oh yeah, actually, I just remembered one right now. But I went over these in that video as to why I was doing it. And I'm going to do a 30-day update. That's going to be my next video because I cannot tell you how incredible. I don't want to spend time doing it on this community, in this community. But I also have a newsletter. If you sign up for this newsletter, you'll get the opportunity to sign up for the carnivore one if you want to. Anyways, I just remembered that I have another health issue. So now I'm up to 20. So I cannot tell you how incredible some of the health issues have been clearing for me after already 30 days. So I've never experienced that on any other way of eating. So just saying. And yes, we will talk about the ethical issues, and that is absolutely of importance to me as well. So, because I know people are doing, vegan because of ethical issues, moral issues, and I think there's additional information that, as someone who also was very concerned about those issues, climate and all that, I think there's alternative information that I wasn't aware of that we'll talk about on that channel when I discover what those are. So, okay, anywho, let's see. So yeah, so what are you guys going to put in place today? What intentions are you going to put in place today? So double your money, double your luck day. Let's just say double your luck, What are you going to put in place today? Think about it. Set some good intentions. Start something today. Okay. One of the things I found really interesting, I saw a comment yesterday because I was doing a video. It was one of the videos with the SGs, okay, and it was about, Trump, like fact-checking Trump. Oh, yeah, I got two things to say about this. So it was a fact-checking Trump video, which I thought was hilarious. I mean, obviously, you know the answer to all the stuff. I mean, really, but it was just kind of fun to do. It was a little lighthearted. I'll post the video here at the end of this video. It'll pop up right here. If you're new to this, to this channel, I'll have a Start Here playlist that'll pop up right here at the end of the video. But yeah, so we did a fact checking on Trump, and I thought, oh, it'll be fun to fact check him. It's just proof, well, proof with the SGs, but so, I mean, you can, like I said, you can basically tell how the answers are going to be. But a couple of things. Somebody had said to me that they're surprised that I'm calling him Donald Trump or Trump, okay? And, to be honest, when that person said that, I thought, oh, wow, I am just calling him Trump. Because since November, I have been calling him Felon Melon, F45, like I refused to, just even call him by name. And I know you're going to think I'm like off my rocker here, but I guarantee you, and I know for a fact that my shift, now I'm absolutely disgusted by him still, don't get me wrong, okay? But my shift in attitude has to do with the way I'm eating right now. I'm telling you, and because I'm sleeping full 8 hours a night because of the way I'm eating. So anyways, my nervous system is so calmed down because I'm not putting carbs into my body, like overloaded with carbs. My nervous system is so relaxed. Not saying I'm still not getting irritable from time to time because the body's going through a healing process, but I intellectually am disgusted by him, but not emotionally. And to me, that is like a miracle, to be honest. So, all the times that, and I know this is going to be hard for people to hear just because I mean, again, I just want people to understand that if we started to, and this is my mind shift right now, if we started to eat to live rather than live to eat, which is what my whole life has been, that our bodies will take care of us, and maybe the things that we consider, maybe, I don't know for sure. I've only been doing this for 30 days. Okay, 60, but 30 really. All the things, this has just been going through my mind, all the things that we say are energetically affecting us here in the spiritual world. And I was going to say energetically, and what's the other thing I wanted to mention? Oh, like the Myers-Briggs feeler, because I talked about that. Like, I'm a feeler, I'm an empath, light worker, you know what I mean? The thing is, now that I'm sleeping better and my nervous system has calmed down, I'm not experiencing the feeler in me the way I did before, is all I can say about that. So this is not about convincing anybody to eat a different way, because that's not what this channel is about. But I can't help, I'm always talking about my experiences here, and I'm not going to change that. But this has to do with the fact that that person said, why aren't you calling him F45 anymore? Like, aren't you still disgusted? And I'm like, yeah, I am. I'm totally disgusted by him intellectually, but it's just interesting. I don't feel the need to, although yesterday I had a very irritable hour, but it's weird. Like, I'm just surprised. I didn't even realize I was doing that. So, and I'm not saying I'm not going to have other irritable, even during that video, I was like, I can't believe him, but that's my intellect. So I don't know. Am I making sense to you? It's just really fascinating. I'm really fascinated by this process. So this is the kind of conversation I'm going to have on the other channel. I'm not going to be just talking about meat. Okay. It's going to be more of the healing process. It's just interesting. It's just interesting to me. So moving on, Mercury retrograde is over. Wah, wah. Oh my gosh. Okay. I have two thoughts about Mercury retrograde. I feel like I was going to share one other thought about F45, but maybe it'll come back to me. Mercury retrograde. Okay. I have two thoughts about this. Partly because I'm like, okay, every time we tell ourselves it's Mercury retrograde, how much, and then we start to go, oh, there's tech issues during Mercury retrograde. Don't sign anything during nothing new can happen during Mercury retrograde. Or, we do resolve old issues, that kind of stuff. Those are the things I understand. How much of that are we, because we have that opinion about Mercury retrograde, how much of that are we manifesting? I always wondered about that. So or is that just really that those kind of things are going to happen, right? Because I got to tell you, I had a lot of tech issues over the last 2 weeks. It was so annoying, but I was very calm about it because I was like, okay, it's Mercury retrograde. We did. Marcia had some. I did. I tried to send a newsletter out 2 weeks ago, and the whole thing got deleted. I worked on it for 2 hours. The whole thing got deleted. It was the week before I did my week off. Got deleted. I was like, and because I knew it was Mercury retrograde, I just kind of went, all right, I guess it wasn't meant to go out, Our printer hasn't been working. We'll see if it works today. I mean, there has been a bunch of things. There's been a bunch of things. So I'm kind of glad. But, it does make me wonder how much I manifested that because I believed that these issues could come up. So what do you guys think about that? I just kind of wonder, And the last thing I will mention is because it is a little scary about the DC, we'll call it the DC takeover. Have you heard that Trump is now saying there's high crime in DC, and so he's calling in the National Guard there, which apparently, yes, there is higher crime there, but apparently there are other cities with higher crime, and it's lower than it's been. I mean, it's still lower. It's lower than it's been. Okay, maybe it was lower under Biden. I don't know. So that's what I heard. I haven't done any research on that. So what I can say is we need to keep showing up. Let's keep showing up. We need, because what I'm afraid, because it's actually happening to me, that I'm like, oh, he did this in California, he's doing that. Oh, okay, they'll sue him, blah, blah, blah. And then we kind of let go of the pressure. Because I think that's what they want, is they want us immune to these things, right? And so I'm being careful to not be immune to it and still be outraged. So outrage to cause like righteous outrage, just for action, intellectual outrage, because I'm not feeling it. Again, intellectually, I'm totally annoyed, from a thinking standpoint, you know. So phone calls to your representatives. We need letters, whatever you can do. Showing up on Labor Day weekend is the next protest option. And that one is considered, what are they calling it? Workers against billionaires, or workers before billionaires, or something like that. So if you've lost a little bit of your energy, I'm just here to, you know, try to pep you up a little bit, to keep calling. And so I'm going to spend an hour today calling my representatives, sending them notes, saying what he's doing in DC is absolutely inappropriate and unconstitutional, and he has no right to do it. And I expect that you take a stand on this. Okay, the Republicans and the Democrats in my state. So, yeah, so hopefully that encourages you to think about that. Okay, well, let's go ahead and look at the messages for today from the Lead Team Collective, which is all of our spirit guides. If you want your spirit teams to be a part of this, there are some teams that are just joining, and there's some teams that are asking their humans to tell them. I just have been picking that up, are asking their humans to give them permission. So if you want your spirit team to be a part of the Lead Team Collective, which is who I asked for to give us messages, not just my spirit team, then please ask them to be a part of it. Okay. All right. So again, I use this and a pendulum for these messages after I say my little prayer in the morning. And so message number 1, I didn't write these down on paper today. Let me write it down. Message number 1. I actually have 3. This one's kind of interesting because they usually say, if you've been around here for a while, they usually say, why are you? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? They gave us positive feedback today. I'm very excited about that. Okay, so they said, you are on the right path. They have never said that before, you guys. That is really encouraging. We've been doing these messages for since February, March, April, May, June, July, 7 months we've been doing these. I think since February. I have to look, maybe April, I don't know. I can look back at my book. Why are you on the right? Oh, you are on the right path. We have never gotten a you are on. How amazing is that? You are on the right path. So when I had just gotten done recording the video for Karen Goes Carnivore, and I asked them, I said, are you talking to me specifically? And they said, no. And I said, are you talking to everybody in the community? And they said, yes. Okay. So, and then I said, are you talking to each person individually? And they said, yes. And then collectively, and they said, yes. So this is for you individually. You are on the right path. I mean, that's very encouraging. And us collectively. Okay. So I did ask them, is this more of a political message? And they said, yes. So I think they're liking whatever work we're doing to keep our vibrations high. That's amazing. Good job, you guys. Good job. So the deck they wanted me to use, which one was it? I got to remember. This was this one. It was Wisdom of the Elders. Yep, Wisdom of the Elders. Okay, so we're going to use this deck right now and see what else they want to tell us regarding you are on the right path. I just thought that was fascinating because, like I said, that is the first time, right? If you've been around, you know that because they always say, why are you doing this? Why are you doing? So they've been coaching us. Why? But today, you are on the right path. I mean, how awesome is that? Okay. All right. So I close my aura to all but my higher self, the God consciousness, my guides, guardians, the lead team collective, and only those of the highest and purest light. And ask Archangel Michael to please protect my channel, your channel, our community, the lead team collective, so it is only of the highest and purest light. Amen. Happy birthday, Lob. I forgot to wish Lob a happy birthday, you guys, on August 10th. It's funny because I said to him after I saw, you guys must have been talking about it in chat. He let you guys know, which is amazing. And I saw it and I go, oh, duh. Because I literally said to him, I texted him, I said, you know, I looked at the date today and I thought, it's somebody's birthday today. I think my brother-in-law's birthday this month. Oli, is it your birthday this month? And Diane, I think my sister-in-law's birthday is this month. And Lob, happy birthday, Lob. Okay, so let's see. I've got 3 cards. Let's see which one they want. All right, you guys. So did I get the card you wanted me to pull? Yes. Okay. Do you want me to read all 3? Oh, good. No. All right. How about the card on the far right? Yes. Okay. That was the last card I just pulled. What about the card in the middle? No. And what about the card on the left? No. Okay. I just see that my video that I did for Karen Goes Carnivore, it says processing abandoned video is too long. Oh, see, I don't have any follower. I have 33 subscribers. What? So I guess I don't know what the rules are for new channels. Oh, I'll have to divide it, I guess. They're like, your video is too long. It's 30 minutes. You know me, you guys. Okay, so this has to do with you are on the right path. You are on the right path. Talking circle, listening. Wow. Okay. All right. I love that image. I really love this deck, as I do all of them, but look at that image. Talking circle. Wouldn't you guys like to get together? If I didn't have to facilitate it, because well, who knows with my new way of eating, if I'd still my nervous system has a hard time if I'm around a lot of people, but it has. Maybe that'll shift. Won't that be exciting? Because I could get together in a talking circle and not have, major nervous system. I don't even say anxiety. It's not really anxiety. It's just nervous system. Okay, let's see. This is a long. I want to see where we could read here. Okay. So I'm just going to start reading. All right, let's start reading at the beginning and then I'll see where it goes. The talking circle has a deep history and has been used for centuries. Inside the circle, everyone is equal and all voices are heard. Respect is given to those who speak, and there is an expectation that all will listen. Wow. It is a way to remove barriers and allow expression to take place with complete freedom. Can you imagine if we did that? I mean, think of how many people already wrote something, not very nice on this channel probably already, So what if we just let people speak with complete freedom, which means you just listened and you took what was helpful for you and you left the rest, but you weren't like, well, I have to prove her wrong. You know what I mean? Because we all do it, I have to prove her wrong. I have to tell her what I think or whatever. And I'm just using my channel as an example. But think if we actually allowed people to speak with complete freedom and we listened. I think part of it is time, like how much time we have, right? It's like, well, I don't have time to listen to, you tell me the story. You know what I mean? So really interesting. But again, this has to do with you are on the right path. You are on the right path. Okay, so respect is given to those who speak, and there is an expectation that all will listen. It is a way to remove barriers and allow expression to take place with complete freedom. And as such, it has become more popular in mainstream society. The structural framework has been utilized to build relationships and address conflicts within schools, counseling sessions, and even inside the court of law. Wow, yeah. Okay, I got to keep reading this because it's interesting. The chairs are arranged in a circle so that when seated, everyone will face one another. And like most other ceremonies, as a sign of respect to the grandfather son, the ceremony is held in a clockwise direction. Okay. Everyone enters through the eastern opening and walks within the perimeter of the circle. When all are seated, the opening is closed and the ceremony can begin. The leader explains what will take place and hands an item, which is often a talking stick. Okay, yeah, okay. I used to teach a course and we would do that to a person. Even in my staff meetings, I was a director of a program, and in my staff meetings, I had to do it because everybody was talking over each other. So we had sort of like a talking stick. This signifies that only the person holding the talking stick may speak, and everyone else within the circle gives their undivided attention to the speaker. Once the speaker finishes what they wish to express, they pass the talking stick to the next person in a clockwise direction. But there is no pressure to speak, and the talking stick can be passed along to the next person. If you have drawn, this is where I usually start, but I kind of like that background. If you have drawn the talking circle card today, you or someone you are connected to does not feel heard. Now it does say this is a card for you are on the right path. Okay, you are on the right path. So someone, you or someone you are connected to does not feel heard. There is a reluctance to speak openly at this time, and this card is a clear sign to become a more effective communicator and a more active listener. Healing may be needed in a social and societal sense. I mean, seriously, yeah. And an opportunity may present itself to you soon, allowing you to speak openly and frankly about subjects that you would normally keep quiet. I mean, if we are going to continue what are we calling it? Rallying for our freedoms, then we are going to need to listen to people who have different opinions than us, especially in the political stuff. Okay. The thing is I don't think the more I listen to those who voted for Trump, then the more I realize we all have the same goals. It's just the propaganda around it has been, the propaganda around the whole government has been really intense. So anyways, I think this is an interesting thing with you are on the right path. So let me know what you think about that. Let me know what you think about that. Okay, so I'm going to leave that aside so I can take some notes. We've got 2 more messages. I love the inside of this. I love when the decks do stuff inside. Isn't that pretty? Okay, it's like glowing. Dreamcatcher. All right, so the next message is, now they gave us this message 2 days ago, and it's leave it to God. Leave it to God. Okay, I think they wanted to remind us. Has anybody been practicing that a little bit more over the last couple days? Leave it to God. On the 11th, oh, that was just yesterday? No, that was on the 10th. I put it in my book as the 11th. That was on the 10th. Okay, so August 10th, it was leave it to God, let go of control. You do this to try, so we try to control things. We do this to try and protect ourselves or fear what might happen if we try to let go of control. So that was the card we got for that. Okay, so let's see what they want to tell us today about leave it to God. They wanted me to use the Wild Offering Oracle. Wild Offering. Okay, very cool. Look at the front of the card, so cute. Okay, you guys, I just watched the season 3 of White Lotus. I love that show so much. I know it's gruesome, a little bit gruesome. But I am like a sociologist at heart. I love watching behavior. That show, I just love that show so much. It's just the behavior, like just watching, and it's incredible how they start so slow and every episode builds. It's just, anybody else watching, I'm not going to say anything about it. If you haven't watched White Lotus, I highly encourage. I was so sad when it was over. I mean, first I was really sad at how it ended, like for the, I felt connected to the characters and, felt sad about that. But yeah, it's on HBO Max, so it's worth paying for it for a month to watch all 3 seasons if you haven't watched it. In my opinion, some people might not like it. I loved it. Okay, so good. The writers are so good. And the scenes are so good. Like just everything. The characters. Yeah. The locations. They're totally on location. It's really interesting. Okay, so, because that reminded me of it. They're in Thailand, season 3, Thailand. You're like, why is she talking about this when it came to elephants? There were no elephants in it, but it reminded me of Thailand. Okay, so lead team, what do you want to tell us about Leave It to God? Leave It to God. What do you want to tell us about Leave It to God today? Anything? Not feeling anything. Maybe they don't have a message from this deck today. That's happened before where I'll pick a deck and then they're like, nope. Oh, okay. Let's see. That one just fell. Maybe sometimes I'm just impatient. They're like, we're trying to get the card. It's just so many of them. Okay. Is this the card you want to read? Have me read? Yes. Really wide swing. Look at it. Oh my gosh. Okay. We get it. They're like, yes, could you just be a little bit more patient as we try to drop this card for you? Ah, okay. So this was Leave It to God. Okay, leave it to God. Trust. When love is invited to take over, I got to read it this way. Okay, when love is invited to take over, right actions arise at the right time. Allow me, dear divine, to wait patiently. Wait patiently until the timing is right. Let me rest in the unknown until a clear path is shown. Trust in God. Let go, let God. Okay? And we're constantly talking about this on this channel, not constantly, but I do mention it every once in a while, that you are meant to follow your intuition, not tell other people what their intuition should be. Not to tell me what my intuition should be. This is when we're always trying to correct people. Follow your intuition. So if there's anything I'm not saying that resonates with you, follow your intuition. I am not telling you that what I'm saying should resonate with you ever. I try not to. We're just exploring different things to see. That's all I'm really doing is exploring different parts of the spiritual journey that then you can go, oh, that resonates with me. That doesn't. Well, just because it doesn't mean anybody else who it does resonate with is wrong. It just means that's not their guidance, or that's their guidance and not yours. So I love this because we're all doing this differently. Trust. When love is invited to take over, remember, love wins, right? Always wins. When love is invited to take over, right actions arise at the right time. Allow me, dear divine, so you can say that as a little prayer. Allow me, dear divine, to wait patiently until the timing is right. The timing is right for you. Even though, like I said, keep making phone calls, keep writing about the DC thing, right? If the timing's not right for you, you won't feel encouraged to do it. You won't feel motivated to do it. But there's a bunch of us who will feel motivated to do it. So the timing is right for us. If you don't feel motivated to do it, it's okay. Don't do it then. Do something else that you feel motivated to do, whether that's go take a nap, okay? Because you're on your own path. Let me rest, it says, in the unknown until a clear path is shown. Okay, so that's trusting, trust your intuition, trust your path, trust your guides. Love that so much. Okay, one more message. This is from the unicorns. Okay, so the last message does have to do with Trump. It does. He's, they're always keeping that issue in front of us. Obviously, it's, I have seen somebody in the community who is posting like the opposite stuff, which is fine. I find it interesting. Like yesterday when I did the video on Trump, fact-checking Trump, the person said, well, are you going to do a fact-checking Biden? And I thought to myself, well, yeah, we could, but you know what? It's irrelevant at this point. Why? Well, if I was doing this last year, then maybe I would have. But it's irrelevant at this point. It's a distraction. Like, I don't need to fact check Biden right now. You know what I mean? It's a distraction, at least for me, so. Okay, so this is the last message for today. Wait for justice. Yay. And they didn't spell out Trump, but I asked on the dowsing rods, I said, are you referring to Trump? And they said, yes. So wait for justice. Now, remember a couple days ago, they did say Trump will hide, but they said next March. And I interpreted that and I asked them, is they want us to let go of the timing, but trust it will happen. Okay. So they're just trying to, again, give us a little teasers, wait for justice. And so they are saying that justice is coming. So are you saying that justice actually will come? Whatever justice needs to take place, it will come for Trump? Yes. Okay, let's be fair. If there's any justice that needs to come for anybody in government, including Joe Biden, the difference here, you guys, with me, okay, so the person who says that, again, I just see your comments. The person who said that, the thing is, I don't idolize Joe Biden. I don't idolize Kamala Harris. If Joe Biden treated people the way Donald Trump treats people, if Joe Biden talked the way and like clearly just lied so obviously, maybe he's just a better master manipulator. I have no idea, but he didn't get my cackles up like Trump does. Okay. So there's just, you can't really compare the two. You know what I'm saying? So but the thing is, and this is the difference that I see, my opinion only, between people who are in a certain movement, that they idolize him no matter what he does. I don't do that with anybody. I'm not doing that with Biden so yeah, I could pick apart Biden, but it's irrelevant to me at this point. I'm more curious at the person who is doing what he's doing right now to our country. But I don't idolize. So that's the difference. What I see is people who have put Trump in this position idolize him. There's a real difference. So that's just me. That's just my opinion. Okay, so are you guys saying that justice will come for Trump? Like, yes, will it be the justice that people who are concerned about his behavior and his executive orders and all that? You're saying justice will come for that? Yes. Will justice come for humanity with regards to anyone who is trying to control our freedoms? Yes. Will justice come to anyone who is basically robbing the people? Yes. Okay. So let's do one more card. And what I mean by robbing the people is just the inequality that is spreading, the income inequality that is spreading for like the last 50 years, and then now it's becoming quite obvious. The fact that we're talking about billionaires now, we never used to talk about billionaires. Well, the reason we're talking about billionaires is because the rest of us have less money. They have more, the rest of us have less, and the middle class is shrinking. So even more people are more poor than they've ever been, at least since World War II. So that's my understanding. I listen to Gary Economics. He's very much into income inequality and encourages all of us to learn how to talk about income inequality and put the economy issues where it needs to be, which is income inequality. Okay. And that's really how I see the Trump administration at this point, is actually all of them. Maybe not all, but the government systems that are set up, and especially now with this regime, is to divide, and make the income inequality even more. So let's put it where it needs to be. Again, my opinion, entertainment purposes only, allegedly. Okay, so magic of unicorns. So wait for justice. This is the card that fell. Cosmic Pearl. We got Cosmic Diamond the other day. Expand your psychic gifts. Open the gate to the angelic realms. So what does that have to do with justice coming, you guys? It's a 7 card, 34. What does that have to do with justice coming? Let's see. My husband's going to be home any minute. Okay. Let's see. Your guidance today is to ask your unicorn to light up a cosmic pearl and place it in your third eye. Know that it is waking up your latent psychic gifts. Then ask that it expands to include your casual chakra above and slightly below your crown, for this contains your gateway to the angelic realms. Receiving this card suggests that these gates are opening wider for you now. Tune in to your wisdom, then send a cosmic pearl to people and situations that need its gentle influence. Okay, so this is what we can do for justice to come. And I mean if there's nothing that Trump needs to be brought to justice for, then fine. But if there is, I'm going to let go and let God do it. But we can send this little pearl to that, to make that situation. Because it says, then send a cosmic pearl to people and situations that need its gentle influence. So we can send the cosmic pearl to justice. That we would like to see justice in the world, so that everybody, whatever you want to say for that, okay? Take a moment to see this blessed pearl light up and purify the waters of our planet. Very cool. Gotta love the unicorns. All right, you guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. If you enjoy this content, we would love it if you subscribed. Give the video a thumbs up, would really help us out. And I will see you tomorrow. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.